everyone, I'm Deanna Corby with Deanna Corby Dressage. I'm a dressage trainer, instructor, competition judge, and USDF bronze medalist. Thanks so much for joining me today. The other day I had someone ask me for some pointers about marketing their horse online for sale. Over the past 2 years especially, I've sold a lot of horses. I've sold 13 horses and then more, horses throughout my life. But I feel like I have figured out a pretty good method of selling horses online. But let's be honest, the only way to sell a horse these days is online, because it's how you reach the widest, broadest audience. You can certainly sell a horse in person and market your horse in person at a show, and that's great and everything. Word of mouth certainly does help, but the most effective way these days is to market your horse online. So I wanted to give you a few tips on how to effectively do that. First tip is you always must be 100% honest. Honesty is key. It's the best way. Even if your horse has something wrong with it in some kind of way, you absolutely have to disclose that for sure. But it's also helpful if in your advertisement that you point out the good things about your horse. You don't want to just talk about the bad things about your horse when you're trying to get someone to even look at your ad. So if you word your advertisement carefully, you can paint your horse in a light that is appealing rather than using words that point out the negatives. So what I'm trying to say is, for instance, if you have a green horse, instead of saying that your horse is not very experienced, or that your horse is green, or that the horse needs more mileage, a way that you can word that is, this horse would excel with an experienced rider in a training program. So it's saying, when you word things like that, it's saying the same message, but using your words, you can paint the horse that you're trying to sell in an appealing light. So wording your ad carefully is important. You want to make sure that you have all of the statistics down in your ad: your location, your horse's height, breed, age, current level of training, maybe what your horse would be best suited for in your opinion. You absolutely must have a video these days. Almost every phone, everyone has a cell phone, and almost every cell phone has a camera that takes a video. It's pretty easy to get your video online. Whether you use YouTube or whether you even just text someone the video of your horse. But you have to have a video these days when you're selling a horse. Everyone wants to see the horse move before they drive out to go to your farm to go and see the horse. So if you're serious about selling, you need a carefully and very descriptive worded ad, a written ad, and a video. And try not to, don't take your video where your horse is so far away where he looks like an ant, because that's not really helpful. You need to get in the middle of your arena and have someone video you riding your horse up close so that they get an honest view of how your horse moves. Showing the walk, trot, canter in both directions, if your horse is capable of doing that, is a good idea. Showing your horse do movements at the level that you're selling your horse is a good idea as well. If you're selling your Grand Prix horse, you need to show the Grand Prix movements and they need to be close enough so that the person watching the video can actually see the video. Another really good tip I've found is getting really nice quality photos. So I'm going to put up a few photos on the screen now of some horses that I have marketed for sale in the past. As you can see, those photos are very crisp and clear. The background is even a little bit blurry so that the horse stands out in the picture. You can get photos of your horse moving, traveling, confirmation photos, headshots, whatever is going to get viewers to click on your ad. So something very eye-catching and very clear and crisp. A good photo will get someone clicking on your ad so that then they will read your description, and then they will see your video that you work so hard on. But you need to catch people's eyes with your ad, and a good clear picture is a nice way to do that. I'm going to show you a sales video that I did, and give you an example of what a sales video, in my opinion, should look like. So that's an example of a sales video that I did. You can see that it's a kind of a compilation video, just to keep things, under about 10 minutes or so. So the video doesn't go on and on. I kind of just showed the highlights of the video, the horse doing his best walk, trot, canter in both directions. And I put the video to music. I find that buyers can sort of, I find that buyers are kind of entranced by hearing music while they see the horse. It kind of, I don't know what it does. It honestly makes the horse a little more appealing. Personally, when I'm looking to buy a horse, I always mute the sound because I don't want to be distracted by the music. I want to see the horse for what he is, where he is in his training, and how he moves. But if you're a seller looking for a buyer, put your video to music. Something else to mention, price. Go ahead and put the price, if at all possible, on your ad so that people don't get frustrated with not knowing and then they lose their interest because you haven't responded fast enough. Speaking of fast response, you need to be on top of your game when it comes to questions and answering them. You want to get back with people as soon as possible so that they remember which horse they're inquiring about and so that they don't lose interest. Speaking of interest, I have not actually sold that many horses through Facebook. Facebook is a really nice way to advertise, but I find that I get more window shoppers on Facebook rather than people who are truly interested in buying a horse. I feel like they go to websites specifically dedicated to horses that are for sale instead of a social media site. So I've sold the majority of my horses on dreamhorse.com and equinenow.com. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video by those two websites. I just honestly mean that I've had more interest from those two websites. If you Google horses for sale, and you're going to see that equinenow.com and dreamhorse.com are the two highest rated marketplaces for horses for sale. You're going to see those two websites come up right away, and then you'll see other websites. But those two websites with the most traffic are going to be where the majority of your buyers are. Be sure to post relevant pictures for your horse for sale. As interesting as it is to post a picture of you standing on a horse's kidneys, I think you could just describe your horse, that he is kid safe, husband safe, or whatever. Personally, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I think it looks a little amateurish and childish to show a picture of you standing on your horse's back. It doesn't really show anything. That could have been luck. You could have fallen off the next second after you were standing on your horse's back. So try to avoid that. I don't think that's very helpful. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you liked it, be sure to click the thumbs up. Be sure to share it, and be sure to subscribe. Just click that little button below this video, the red button. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!